So on the National Association of Realtors page, they have, some frequently asked questions that you can go through. One of the questions I thought was interesting is, does this mean buyers won't have to use a buyer broker to purchase a property? And it says, as always, the consumer chooses whether to use a real estate professional. Research has confirmed that consumers find great value in the services provided by a buyer broker, and we continue to believe it is imperative for buyer brokers to clearly articulate what services and value they are providing to consumers. Reading between the lines, what the NAR is saying with this to me is, if you're a buyer's agent, you're probably going to have to market your services and your value as a buyer's agent maybe more than you would have had to in the past. You've really got to sell your services, present to the buyers you're wanting to represent. So does this mean buyers won't have to use a buyer broker to purchase a property? Absolutely. It will mean that, because what the buyer can do is they can call the listing agent, and then if they're not already represented, the listing agent can say to the buyer, hey, I'd love to help you too. I've got this listing and I could help both of you. So again, that's just human nature. That would be the easy thing to do. People act based on incentives. And so does this mean a buyer doesn't have to use a buyer's agent? Yes, it does mean that. But in reality, that's always been the case. A person can decide whether to work with an agent or not to work with an agent. But with all of this press and all of the stuff about the NAR lawsuit, it would benefit people who are predominantly buyer's agents to market their services, and why it's important to use a buyer's agent versus trying to buy the house by yourself. And we all know that. If you're in the real estate business of helping people buy and sell homes, you're going to understand how to fill these contracts out. You're going to understand how to search for properties. You're going to understand a lot of the nuances that a non-professional is not going to understand. So, we just have to do a good job of articulating the value that we're offering to buyers. And that's the same as what lots of different professions have to do. But, lawyers, for instance, we have to market the value that we're providing to people because we want those people to hire us. So that's what buyers agents will have to do.